Hello, I'm Ted with Expedition Team Wyborn. Today I'm going to be installing a G900 Wolfbox Dash Cam that has a camera for the front and the rear of the vehicle. And I'm going to basically show you how you're going to mount this to a JLUR Wrangler. Alright, this is the G900 Wolfbox Dash Cam. You can see it shoots in 4K, has super night vision, GPS, a 12-inch touchscreen, a G sensor, and parking monitor. This is the dash cam itself. It's made to sit on your rear view mirror and attached to it. Here's their website and contact information. So this is basically your dash cam. It has a lens on the back that is adjustable, so you can move this around. And now I've put a ball mount on it because I'm going to mount it to a 67 design arm off my dash. And then you can plug it into the cigarette lighter and power it through the cigarette lighter. This is your GPS antenna. This is your hardwire kit. So if you want to hardwire this to the Jeep. This is the backup camera with all the wiring going to it. Your quick guide for the dash cam, your full user manual. And then these are the different rubber straps if you were going to attach this to your rear view mirror in your car. A lens cloth, some miscellaneous wire holders, some trim tools. That's a secondary bracket for the rear camera. And then I also have the 12 volt parking monitor mode hardwire kit. Alright, I'm going to start by wiring the rear dash cam first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually drill a hole up here and push it down into the dash. And to do that, I have to remove the radio, and this down here. And so it maybe looks complicated, but it's really not. You can actually just grab right a hold of here and pull this out. And this all just snaps in. There would be two wiring harnesses back here. I've already unhooked them. One's there. One is that's hiding down in there, and it hooks to here. So set that aside. Then this here, you can just grab a hold of, and it pulls off and unsnaps to get the radio out. Set that aside. And there's 4 screws. There's one here. There would be one here, one down here, and one here. And this pulls the radio out. So once you've removed those 4 screws, you can just grab a hold of the radio and pull it out of the dash. Kind of like just hang it down. And then that makes it so that I can access this here when I drill a hole to run the wiring down through. Pretty easy, actually. So we're just going to drill a little hole here. Run this down. Alright, so this is the backup camera wiring. We're going to push this through this hole down here in the dash. That's going to come out here. Down here like this. And then we're going to feed that down through where the glove compartment is. Removing the glove compartment is really easy. You just open it up and then keep pulling on it and it'll come free, and then lift it out of the way. Alright, so I've got this coming out through the glove compartment area, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and I'm going to feed it back in here, and then I'll come over here and I'll pull this piece of trim out right here where your door piece hooks in, and then I'm going to feed it down along this trim, along the door threshold. It'll go back through the passenger, the rear part all the way to the back. Alright, now to wire the rear dash cam, I'm going to hook it to the top of the license plate. So I'm going to have to pull and disassemble the license plate out of here, remove the spare tire so I can run the wiring. Once I've got the spare tire off, I'll come inside of here and I'll pull the tailgate table off, and I'll pull this piece of trim off so I can run the wires, and then the wires will come down and run through this here, and then I'll pull the subwoofer box out of here. That's basically held in with clips. You have to pull this off so you can separate it, and then there's one size 20 torque bit screw that's down in this little cubby, and then this whole piece will pull out. Also, to remove the subwoofer enclosure, you'll have to pull up the floor in the back because it's held in place by the flooring. Alright, so I separated the rear camera from the wiring harness so I can feed it from the Jeep out to the tailgate. Alright, now we're going to wire the power to the camera from the fuse box and the battery back inside of the Jeep. Pretty easy process. We're going to use one of these here to hook into the fuse box. So we'll open up the fuse box. This is the hardwire kit. It's going to run from the fuse box, the battery up along the side of the Jeep. I had to move the windshield out of the way. It's just 4 bolts. And then you can see where I ran the black wire down inside of the trim. Put the windshield back down. If you don't know how to tilt the windshield on your Jeep, it's real easy. There's 4 bolts. There's one right here. You have to move the visor. One right here. Those are the 2 on the driver's side. Now to the passenger side. There's one here. And then the last one over by the passenger door is up in the corner right there. Then inside, I pulled off this access panel. You can see the wire here running down. And down to here, there's plenty of room. And then I'll feed that wire underneath the glove compartment. See it come out? Pretty easy. Pull it all through. And then I'm going to find a place to tuck that box out of the way. I put some double-sided contact tape to hold the box here on the tub of the Jeep. Now I'll finish feeding the wire back up inside of the glove compartment and pull it through. So it goes down through here and then back up through here. I'll pull that through. Pretty easy stuff. Then feed the wire back up through the dash behind the radio. You see where it comes across. I'll zip tie that all together. And then it's going to get pushed up through the dash through the bigger hole that I've made. Pretty easy stuff. Now let's wire tie up all the wires together and secure them behind the dash. Then wire tie up the wires behind the glove compartment. With all the wires up through the dash, we can put everything back together. We put the 4 screws back in the radio and the dash, snap the cover back over it. Then slide this back in, make sure that wire down there goes into the dash where it belongs. So we tuck it in there. Push that back in. And then go ahead and just snap everything back into place. Pretty easy. There you go. It's all back in place. Good to go there. Now I'll put the glove compartment back together. That piece right there pops out. A lot of times we take the glove compartment apart. It goes right back in there. And face it out towards the arm on the glove compartment. You've got a little gear that goes in there. It's like that. The gear, small gear goes out. The bigger gear goes the inside and typically has some grease on it. Stick that back in there. It may take a couple tries to get the glove compartment arm to line up with that gear. But once it's lined up, you can typically just push the glove compartment in. We'll give it a little push. There you go. The glove compartment's back in. All right, back under the hood. You see the red wires running into the fuse box. That goes to an accessory power. The yellow wire is a constant power, and that goes to the battery. And you can see I've wired a disconnect from the battery for the constant power if I want to disconnect it. Now all we have to do is install the camera and plug all the wires in. Now all we need to do is plug in the wires to the camera and everything will be working. Can't really make a mistake on them. They only fit in certain holes. See the camera powering up. And there you go. We are done installing the camera. Alright, this is what the backup camera looks like mounted on my rear license plate. Okay, you can see the wire that goes down. You need to run that up behind the handle. And to do that, you're going to pull off this cover. There's a bolt behind that. This cover, a bolt behind that. You can remove the handle and then run the wire up here. All this trim up here pulls off, and you can run the wire in there and tuck it in, and then just bring it out by where your mirror would be, like my wires coming off of my radio. All right, let's wrap this up. Thanks for watching this install video of the Wolfbox G900 Dash Cam system. If you're interested in purchasing it, there is a link in the description and a discount code in the description. If you've enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to the channel. There'll be some off-road videos coming up here real soon that I'm going to integrate some of the camera footage into, and we'll be spending 3 months in Alaska over the summer. So much more to see coming up on this channel. You guys have a great day.